I think God is involved in doing miracles. Who would have ever thought 20 years ago that the fastest growing church in the world would be in China? Nobody would have ever thought of that. And yet now when I go to Beijing or Nanjing or wherever it is and I see what God has done in China, they say it may well be close to 100 million Christians in China and more. And the Chinese church is strong and vibrant. Who would have ever thought that even in the dark days of Cambodia, God was doing something marvelous and men and women were coming to Christ? Who would have thought that the most evangelistic fertile soil would be in places of athletic prowess? I speak at baseball chapels, at football chapels. I see professional athletes, guys twice and three times my size, sitting and listening to what life is all about. And I think who would have thought that a country as secure, countries as secure in the West would suddenly go through this traumatic time and wonder what it is all about. I spoke to the African presidents some time ago at their prayer breakfast. And one of the presidents put his arm in mine as we were walking away. He said, our cumulative wisdom is unable to meet the daunting challenges of our time. And it was just a few months ago, I had the privilege of speaking in Ottawa at their National Day of Prayer there and have over 900 people attend it, and leaders of the political parties and all sitting at the table. Political leadership is very hard today. And if political leaders don't realize we have to depend on God and the sacredness of life as an assumption, we will ultimately make this the most profane place to ever live and dream and think of. God is doing great things. He's doing great things in the lives of young people. And I think we will see in our lifetime some enormous things happen. By the way, in the Middle East, what God is doing. The biggest audiences I have is in the Middle East, amongst young people, whether it's Egypt or whether it's Lebanon or whether it's Syria. The places are packed and men and women are coming to Christ. He's doing some wonderful things. And I think the shift of the strength of the church will move from the West to the East, and we will find the message coming back to the West from the East, which is, I think, a great way for us to be reminded we built our values upon the gospel. We did not realize the capital was needed until we start losing it and the message comes back and says, yep, this is what we needed all along.